Well, my friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're in Portugal doing our 1-star versus 5-star skate park series. Now, a little known fact that you may not know is that Lisbon, the city we're in Portugal, is actually the second oldest city in all of Europe, second only to Athens, the Greek city. And the skate parks, they're kind of showing me that so far. Like this one, while not the worst, is actually so unique. Just showing by the drone shots on screen right now, you can tell that this place isn't really built too much with skateboarders in mind, but it's definitely more of an art installation piece. Like if we look around here, let me grab my board. You've got like this whole section here with like a bunch of mani pads. By the way, mani pads is one thing that we're going to be seeing a lot of, and not all skatable. But yeah, you've got a lot of these like slalom ramps here that you can go around the corner. And we're going to start here and we're going to end here going all the way around. We've then got this bit here surrounded by puddles. You could get a nice bit of speed. I'll try and gun it around at the end. Another one here surrounded by puddles. You could grind the top, no coping, but you can certainly grind the top. Then we've got a little ribbon right here. Like these ribbons are great for gaining a dramatic amount of speed, but again, as I said, we have to be super careful with how wet everything is. I could slide out at any moment. And then here we've got like a giant plus sign. Not sure if these were intended to be skatable, but they can be used as mani pads, although very much quite a rough material. Like this ground here, while it doesn't look super smooth, is actually a lot nicer than on top of that mani pad. So yeah, some skatable parts, some not so skatable parts. Let's continue our tour. We've got another quite large stage here. A great thing about this park that I think, if it was super dry, you could definitely tie together some lines where you like don't touch the floor at all. You just go from stage to stage to stage doing different manis and stuff, because they do connect in certain spots, like with little gaps, like as you can see right here. Like this is a very achievable gap for an ollie, especially if you go for a 180. Am I going to try it if it was dry? Certainly. The fact that it's wet, I don't know, let me test it. I mean, as it's wet, we'll just go for like a boneless or something. Sound low key. Yeah, we can boneless that. Still a bit of a leap. It actually might be easier to ollie it, to be honest. I'm scared because of how wet it is. But I do want to do it because it's definitely not that hard.
It's very wet, so he's a bit scared. That was close. That was very close. Yay! I knew he'd do it. Oh, he slid out behind this really interesting art installation. I can't tell what that says, but it's very abstract. Here's the man.
I mean, it wasn't very clean, but I almost slid out and died as soon as I came off the other side, because it is hella wet and my wheels are proper slippery now. But we cleared it, so definitely doable, obviously. But yeah, a bunch of other different stages here. Like I said earlier, some more achievable than others. This is a decent one. Like if you came from that way up here, man, you're round and off the other side, you've even got a bit of a mini gap. You've even got a bit of a mini gap here and a slappy ledge there. This doesn't look very slappy, it more just looks like a random cinder block. But yeah, a bench that you can grind over there in the corner next to the bin. Definitely looks doable, but again, super wet. So this is one thing that I do not skate in the wet, is ledges. And if you meet me round through that hole, we've got a disused lime bike, or lime scooter I should say, that's just been abandoned. Another nice little like street sort of gap that is a good bit of practice if you want to get one of these in the street. Tiny little ramp over the bar. Again, massive puddle right in front of it, which is annoying because this is the type of thing that I enjoy skating. But yeah, quick 180 over the water. And then we've got a little A-frame here. And there's only one more obstacle to go over before we end our one on this park. Again, a bunch of more cool graffiti if you look there behind you. Big laying down geezer. And to end our tour for this park, before we do get a couple of tricks around and about for the B-roll, we have the last obstacle, the Panda Volcano. And finally, we end the tour of the circuit of the park through the big puddle and right where we began. Now, what me and Holes are gonna do is go through and get some B-roll footage. I'm gonna use my Insta360. You've probably already seen some shots of it overlaid while I was talking, but we're gonna do that now, film the B-roll, film a few tricks, and then we're gonna move on to the next park. But for you guys, you probably see a little bit of B-roll in between the two parks starting now. So park number 2 of our 2 mid-tier parks. This one and the next one are gonna be our mid-tier, and then we're gonna end it with a proper nice one. The best in the whole of the city. So this one brings the definition of pool skating to a whole new level. As you can see to my right, we have a lovely water feature that has been facilitated by a couple of blocked drains, and pretty much, I mean, definitely, unless you're exclusively carving, unskateable at this time. Unless you can drop in at a 90-degree angle and start going around, just not possible. But otherwise, this would have been a great place to put down some lip tricks, some mini ramp tricks. But babes, if you would follow me, I've got some other stuff to show you. If you walk around this side, on this side of the park, we've got like a little wall ride that could be used. You could even maybe like drop in off this and then go straight into the pool. You've also got an extension of the pool here. But again, I just rode through a puddle, for fuck's sake. So we're gonna take our route round this side of the park. I'm gonna give you a tour of the whole thing as we do, and then overlay some B-roll, some clips as I talk. You know the drill. A couple of ledges here, 2 different levels each. You got one for goofy, one for regular, which is a great thing to see. Oftentimes a ledge can only be hit optimally by one type of stance skater, so it's great to see both there. We've got a 2-stair, and the main reason why I put this in the mid-tier section is because a lot of beginners online in the Google reviews said that this park has nothing for beginners, but right here we have a tiny little bank and a 2-stair. So I'm starting to think that maybe this park is a bit better than the Google was letting on, because this was definitely a mid-tier rated one on Google. Here we have an extremely tall ledge. So look how big that bad boy is. It's like waist height almost. Why that's with the 2-stair, couldn't tell you. Now we've got plenty to go over. We got this right here. I absolutely love these. These are great for like doing little tricks on. Just like a little, even a back revert to fakie, or we can do a front 180. Then you got another ledge right here. A good height for a bunch of tricks. Perfectly not too small, perfectly not too big, which kind of perfect if you ask me. We call it the Goldilocks legs. We call it the Goldilocks ledge because it's just right. Another 2 block. This is pretty much an exact replica of what you see over there, the beginner section, but the opposite way around. So when I said that this park has something for the regular skaters and the goofy skaters, I mean, this is a perfect example of that, to be honest. Let me do a quick trick down this little 2 block. For the Suffolk boys. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's a curb, babes, it's a curb. There we go. Let's move on. We got quarter pipes that you can hit a little gap over. These, I love it when ramps have this like little section here where you can ollie from one to the other. Let me do it real quick. I'm like popping way too late and not hard enough at all. You forget that when you do something like this, you have to pop super hard because your tail takes longer to hit the ground. That's my mistake. So just remember, right, in my experience doing stuff like this is a little bit of a tutorial as we go. You have to pop these tricks super hard because it takes longer for your tail to hit the ramp. So do it a little like this. Start off super low and move your way up. See, as soon as I figured out what I was missing, it was easy. So, right here, we've got 2 big boy rails, 1 either side. Again, regular goofy. You got a 3 block, so you can go 2 block, 3 block. You got 4 over there and like 6 or 7 here, which is super nice. I mean, yeah, it's like.
That's a bit outrageous with the huge bloody gap.
Yeah, this one is stupidly long. You're gonna need a lot of speed, but good thing you got loads of run up. So, and for some reason, the rail doesn't go all the way up. So you've got a like gap to rail. That's a bit weird, but hey, decent park. We've got one of nature's nips right here. Great for generating speed. And all the way around the outside, we got ramps like this, a rail, more ledges with a tiny gap there. I mean, this park, pretty damn nice. Let's do a few tricks around. I mean, the last thing that I want to show you close up is over here. And that is this little 4 set with a rail. Again, ledge either side. Great, great inclusiveness for like different kinds of skaters, in my opinion. This one's really nice. Yes, it does lack a few beginner obstacles, but if you just look around and think outside the box, you've got tiny banks everywhere. You've got rails, tiny ledges, tiny stair sets. Pretty much anything you could want. So I don't know why people were complaining about this one. It's a lot better than I expected it to be, but still not quite one of the best. At least that's what I've been told. So skate park number 3. Now this one actually came up lower rated than the last one, but this one is one of my favorites I've ever been to in my entire life. Just for aesthetics and the fact that it's got everything I need for a good sesh, minus like a medium-sized stair set. But look right here, we've got literally a relic of times past. Oh yeah, and while trying to fly my drone into the castle to get a shot of what was actually on the inside, not only did I crash it and break yet another drone, I actually lost the footage because it got corrupted from the fall. RIP. This goes to show that what I told you at the start of the video rings true in the city skate parks. Like, this is not only one of the oldest cities in the world, but we've got half a castle built into the side of it. I mean, this actual skate park was built into the castle, obviously. We've got a moat around the outside right here that has a giant bit of coping for some reason right there. But yeah, they've got a literal moat right around the outside. So the historic relevance of this, maybe I'll look it up, maybe I won't. We don't do much research on this channel, but every now and then I like to surprise you. So maybe I'll put that on screen. But yeah, let's go straight through the park, obstacle by obstacle, and see where we're at for our 4th and possibly even favorite skate park of the entire trip. Let's go.
I did not.
So starting right at the back, next to the on-site McDonald's, by the way, you don't often see that, on-site Macca's at the skate park. You've got a mountainside view looking that way. Like, this place is so beautiful. You've got the cradle here that, while it does have a puddle in it now, like a lot of the ramps do in Portugal at the moment, you can still carve around the outside, hit the coping, and then you've got a mini ramp here that's actually a really nice size. It can't be any bigger than 3 foot, to be honest. Like, this is the perfect learning trick size. You've got coping on both sides. Perfect for a few. Got a bit sketchy on the front rock. Let me run that back. Perfect for a few cheeky flip tricks, or lip tricks, I should say. And yeah, nice little 3 foot. For a good session. I'm getting a bit carried away on the small obstacles. You've also got an extension ramp here, which you can't see very much from where Holly is, because Holly stood at the top where the castle is. Over here, we've got a bump that leads us into, nice save there, eh? A nice bump that leads us into a big boy ramp. This must be, I mean, if it's 5 feet from here, plus another 3. It's got to be 8 feet, this ramp. A little bit of vert, just a smidge of vert at the top, so this is a nice one. Should I drop it in? Yeah. I reckon I could drop it in. It's not often you see Webz dropping in on a vert ramp. All right, let's go. Whew. Scary, but we conquered the fears here. As I always tell you to do, I've got to put that in myself. Right, this bit, probably 4 or 5 feet all the way around. And another great thing about this park is you can put all the lines together. Like, let me jump down here. You've literally got a spine that you can link your lines from the street section into the main bit. Let me do that for you. Okay, going straight over. And then all of a sudden, we're in the main section. But yeah, this park has got some great lines. That bit, probably my favorite that we just covered, but this bit is also pretty good. You got a couple of nice banks, rail, fairly tall edge, but the banks make up for it. Going over here, another rail that you can hit a hippie jump on. And a nice beginner ledge to end us out. Oh, and finally another tiny bank here, but the banks are not much to talk about, to be honest. And then obviously the skate park ends. You could even use this as a little bit of a street training gap. Technically it is street, but you're ollieing out of the park, so. Right, that ends this one. Let me get a few tricks and see how I feel after that. Alright, so behind me, well actually to the side of me, you have probably one of the best parks that I've seen in a very long time. I will put a little bit of an honourable mention of the one we filmed our warm-up board video at. But as you can see from the footage on screen, that one was a really good park too. But here, I mean, at the moment it's extremely busy because we are here on the weekend and obviously it's a major city. So it's going to be ridiculously busy. So we might not be able to get too much filmed here, but the next park we go to will probably be a lot more manageable because it's a lot bigger. But yeah, this one here, you've got so much stuff going on. You've got a whole section on the side, in the middle too, and then a big bowl over there. This looks good. Hey man.
Hey, how you doing?
Right, so I'm going to start with this middle section, just do a few runs, see how it feels, to be honest. Take these shitty glasses off.
What do you mean shitty? They're mine.
Alright, so far so good. Seems pretty beginner friendly, seems pretty decent. But yeah, just mad busy at the minute. So many kids, so many parents. Damn. That was a huge blunt. This kid's crazy. Very weird pyramid hip here though. There's like 5 sections instead of 3. Let's move down here. Pretty nice looking pool. From pretty much all different sizes. You got like 3, 4, 5, 6 feet here. This looks like very, what's the word, inclusive. Also looks really dirty, so we'll see how it feels. Jesus. All good? Oh, yeah. Oh, fun, but very slippery. And loads of sticks around there, so you can't really carve into the middle bit. But it's fun. Let's test out the rest of it. I mean, it's pretty decent. Whoa. It really feels quite steep at this end. So, I don't know, above 4 foot, I don't really like sending too much stuff on it, but it's decent, it's decent. You lose breath so quickly up here because we're quite high up a mountain, so struggling to breathe. Okay, the third and final section of the park, definitely the most beginner friendly. Smallest ramps, smallest rails, ledges. This is definitely the easiest part to skate. So you've got a nice like gap there with the wood chip in the middle. Point the camera over there.
There's nothing to like launch yourself off it though.
You don't need, what do you mean? You don't need to, it's a ledge gap. See the ledge along the side? You grind the ledge to go over it. And there's a ramp on the other side. So slippery, you just slide out of that so easy. And for some reason there's a stair set going that way to that way. See what I mean? Like if I drop in from here and go for this, I'm going to be cutting up someone else's line completely. Yeah, this is actually a pretty nice looking park. Ah, the toes went down. So that concludes our session at the skate park in the mountain. We've got one more part to go on this list, which I believe is going to be the best one so far. Right under a highway, so it gets extra points. But I'm not going to spoil it any further than that. We've just got, I think, about a 50-minute walk to go, and it's going to be our final spot that we hit for the whole of the trip here in Lisbon. And it's been a very, very long, sweaty one. I hope you enjoyed some of the skating. I put down some, what I think, decent tricks in that park just then. So now that we've done that, one more to go. Right, our fifth and final skate park of the whole Lisbon tour. This one is pretty damn cool. It's under a bridge, obviously, so extra points for that. Sadly, it did take us like way over an hour to get here, or I should say actually an hour over what it should have, because Google Maps had us walking along the highways, which was sketchy and very dangerous. But we made it here eventually. Anyway, this park, pretty damn good, I would say. It's got obstacles of every size for everyone. Nice A-frame right there. I'm gonna try hit a couple, but I've been walking for like 2 hours now, so we'll see how that goes. Let's start with the slappy ledge. Right, over here, we've got like a nice hip here, some stairs. You got small stairs, you got big stairs over there. You got plenty of rails, ledges, a sketchy pole jam. Oh, God. Yep, it's been a long day, to say the least. On the other side, just over there, have a really nice mini ramp, huge mini ramp actually. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best park of the whole tour, maybe the second best. Like, all the parks have been pretty good. Damn. And one thing I will say as well, the locals here, so nice. While the city's not been my favorite personally, the locals here have been great. And no scooters. I think I've seen 1 or 2 scooters the entire time I've been here, and about 100 different skateboarders, which is great to see, to be honest. I'm going to go over here and have a little go on this tiny volcano real quick. Okay, I'll try and manny the volcano and then hit the wall ride just for a bit of fun. Almost fell into the mini ramp. God, that thing is steep, hence the name wall. Yeah, my legs are not working at all here, boys. Jesus, I'm dying. But yeah, now we got plenty of like quarter pipes all around the outside. This park flow is pretty nice, got some nice gaps. This little four stair right here. Oh, I love those. Hippie jump. There we go. Big spin on the ramp. Yeah, that's how you know things are rough. Okay, what else? All right, the mini ramp. This thing looks really fucking good. Let's have a go. Let's see how well it grinds. Nicely, to be honest. What about slides? Jesus, I almost died. Yeah, Jesus. To be honest though, I'm extremely tired. I think that pretty much concludes our skate park tour. I've definitely rated them post while editing as we've gone through them, so you'll know which ones are my favorite, but I haven't really decided yet. But either way, this is a good one. All of them in the last 3 we've done have been great, but let me know what country you want me to do next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.